Welcome you all to grade 7 English online class. Today we are going to complete activity number 5 in unit number 4. So take out your pupils book and turn to page number 44. This is a reading comprehension activity. So I suggest you all to pause the video and read this given story silently by your own. Underline all the new words given here. Find the dictionary meanings of them and try to answer the given questions. After that you can play the video and follow me when I'm reading this paragraph, right? So there are two paragraphs given here and we can see a picture also. What can we see in the picture? There is a big blue whale. On the top of the whale we can see a small island. Actually we can't understand what this is. So we have to read the story and find who this is, okay? Have you heard of the 7 voyages of Sinbad? Okay, have you heard of him? Sinbad. Who is Sinbad? Sinbad is a fictional character, a cartoon character maybe. You may have seen his films or cartoons. So, what is voyaging? Voyaging means traveling by sea. If it is a very long journey in sea, we call it a voyage. Charikava. So, there are 7 voyages of Sinbad. Sinbad තියෙන චාරිකා 7ක් තියෙනවා. Here is a part of his first voyage. Read and answer the questions. So here they have given you a part of his first voyage. පළවෙනි චාරිකාවේ කොටසක් තමයි දීලා තියෙන්නේ. The first paragraph. When I was a young man, my father died leaving me a very large fortune. So his father died when he was very young. ගොඩක්ම තරුණ කාලේ එයාගේ තාත්තා නැති වුණා. Now, but he had a very large fortune. What is a fortune? A very large amount of money. I spent most of it enjoying myself. So he spent a very enjoyable, happy life with that money. At last, I began to think, unless I wish to become poor, I had better try to make some more money. So though he had a big fortune, he thought of earning more money. How did he do it? So having bought some goods. So he bought some goods. Banda මිලදී ගත්තා. I set sail for the Persian Gulf. And then he got a what? He got a ship and sailed in the Persian Gulf. පර්සියානු බොක්ක හරහා තියෙන මුහුදේ යා මොකද කරේ? යාගේ ship එක යාත්‍රා කරා. Hoping to sell or exchange them at a profit. So he wanted to sell. විකුණන්න හරි or exchange. He can exchange his product, so the goods with the other people and make a profit. Profit means ලාභ උපයන්න පුළුවන්. The ship stopped at several ports where we did some good trading. So ports means තොටුපළවල් වල වරායන් වල harbors. They stopped in these kind of places and did a good sort of a trading. So what is trading? Trading means buying and selling goods. Sometimes he sold his goods and bought others' goods. Like that, he buying and selling is trading. Right. Next paragraph. One day, when the ship could not move, suddenly the ship could not move. We saw what seemed to be a little green field peeping above the water. So they saw a green field. කොළ පාට නිකන් තන පිටණියක් වගේ එකක් peeping above the water, just coming suddenly came out from the water. Thinking it very strange, a group of us rowed out to it. So it is very strange. That means very unusual. හරිම අමුතු දෙයක්. So not all of them, some of them, a group of them rowed out to it. Rowed means traveling using a small boat. They went to that field, taking some fire and food. So they took some fire and food with them. We had all landed and were in the middle of our meal when we found, to our horror, that we were on the back of some huge sea monster. Now, they were in the middle of their meal. They thought that this is a land. Land කියන්නේ ගොඩබිමක් කියලා හිතලා තමයි මේගොල්ලෝ එතනට ගිහින් කෑම ගන්න පටන් ගත්තේ. But suddenly, to our horror, that means they were very scared of something. What is it? We were on the back of some huge sea monster. Were they were in a land? No, they were on the back of a huge sea monster. මුහුදු රාක්ෂයෙක්ගේ උඩ තමයි ඉඳලා තියෙන්නේ. The creature is an unusual animal, shook its great body and lashed its tail so angrily. So what happened? He shook his body. ඒ කියන්නේ යාගේ ඇඟ හොලවලා යාගේ වලිගේ වනන්න පටන් ගත්තා. Tail so angrily that many jumped into the boat. Some of them jumped into the boat. Suddenly they jumped into the boat. Others into the sea. Some of their crowd just jumped to the sea and they started swimming away from this monster. And soon I was the only one on the sea monster. So what happened? Everybody jumped out of this whale or the sea monster. Sinbad was the only person on this sea monster. So that is the story given here. So what do you think that happened after this? Sinbad was the only person on this sea monster. He may have done something, so we don't know the rest of the story. So you have to find what it is. You can read it or you can find it, right? Okay, so let's move on to the activity now. State whether the following statements true or false. Now again read this silently and then find whether these statements are correct or wrong. If it is correct, you have to write true. If it is wrong, you have to write false. Sinbad had a large fortune. Did he find it? Yes, he had a large fortune, a very big amount of money in his hands. The ship sailed to several harbors. Did he go to several harbors? It's given here. Find it. They landed on an island. Did they landed on an island? Is this an island? No. The creature was big. Creature means that animal. The sea monster the creature was big. Was it big or small? It was very big. Sinbad swam to an island. Did he swam to an island? එයා මෙතනින් මේ sea monster ගෙන් පැනලා island එකකට පේනවා කියලා දීලා තියෙනවද මේකේ? No. So this is incorrect. So in front of the sentences you have to write whether these sentences are true or false. Next one, answer the questions. Where did Sinbad sail? Where did he sail? To the Persian Gulf. It is given here. Persian book හරහා තමයි න්යා sail කරේ. So you have to find. Where means කොහෙද? Why did he go sailing? ඇයි එයා sail කරන්න ගියේ? To earn some money, to sell or exchange his goods. Find it in the first paragraph. The answer is given. You have to use because when writing the answer, because the question is given here with the why. Why did he go sailing? Because he wanted to earn some more money. Something like that. What happened to the ship? What happened? They couldn't move. The ship could not move. They saw a very big green land near the ship. Where did the Sinbad and his crew landed? Crew means ඒ කියන්නේ යාගේ නැවේ ඉන්න අනිත් පිරිසට අපි කියනවා crew, right? Where did Sinbad and his crew landed? Onto a huge sea monster. It is given here. Write a description of Sinbad and then you have to write a small description about Sinbad using the given details. What can you write? What are the things that you can write? First you can, these are some example sentences. So you can use the past tense when you're writing. Sinbad was a sailor. Sailor means මුහුදෙන් යාත්‍රා කරන කෙනෙක්. Sinbad was a sailor. He had a large fortune. Just take out the easy details out of this paragraph and write small meaningful sentences. He had a large fortune. He led an enjoyable life. He sailed his ship to different harbors. So he went to lots of different harbors. He sold or exchanged goods for profit. He sold or exchanged goods. He experienced lot of adventures while sailing. So I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sentences. So this is a small paragraph about Sinbad. Like this you also can write a small paragraph about him using the given details here, right? write an ending to the story. The last thing you have to do is you have to write an ending. You have to think about the rest of this story. What may have Sinbad done? Sinbad මොකද්ද කරේ කියලා ඔයා හිතලා මුලන් වාක්‍ය පහක් විතර ලියන්න ඕනේ to the ending of this story, right? So you can write he also jumped into the water and he swam to an island and he stayed there for a long time and another ship came and took him, like that. Or whatever you like, imagine, think and write 4 or 5 sentences and write the ending of this story. So that is all for today. So complete activity number 5, question number 1, 2 and 3.